Morning, everybody. It is Monday, and first thing this morning, you guys watched that Baxter got adopted last week, and this morning his transport is here, so he is being loaded up and going to his new home. There he goes. This must have been put in over the weekend. It's a path leading to the education building. So they've got a little concrete walkway now. So this morning, Jason is going to be working back up in quarantine, getting the intake barn ready for tomorrow's buyout. So he'll be busy with that. And then we have somebody who's here to job shadow Dr. Lydia and Dr. Gina, who is studying to become a vet tech. So you guys get to meet her a little later. But we're just doing the regular routine this morning and then getting ready for buyout tomorrow, basically. We've got to say good morning to Gray. Yeah. It's very wet this morning. Then we have Fenton doing his own thing. Looks like he spies some birds. There's a bunch over there. Okay, maybe not. Tux is doing great. She's all good after her little getting stuck in the wall incident, but she's doing just fine. Bentley is by himself for now. Baxter was his pasture mate, but he has been adopted, so now we just gotta find you a home, buddy. Yeah. How are you doing this morning? He's like, well, it's quite muddy. Yeah. Got the cat parade following me around. Tallulah, Tux, Gordon, and then we've got Tibbs. We've got Bruno and Blue Jeans over there. They're doing well this morning. We got a few of the horses here in quarantine. I'll have to look up this one's name. And then the paint. And then there's a few eating some hay over there. Hi, Paolo. Good morning, buddy. See if I can get over here without... Hi, buddy. Hi, Glinda. You've got so much hay in your mane. What are you doing? So right now the vets are doing a spay, so I'm going to go in there and get that.
So this little thing is called a spay hook, and I'm using it to dig around to find reproductive tracts.
Says, well, I am a tiny lady.
They're doing kitty spay. So the vets are doing a spay on Katie right now, so I'm gonna leave them to it, and then I'm gonna go up to quarantine real quick to see what Jason's doing.
We're trying to get everything set up in here to bring horses through here tomorrow. Tomorrow's the buyout. We've had to move a bunch of panels around. We moved our squeeze chute down, so we weren't able to use that for the last buyout. And Jason and I are just up here trying to get it done, so we'll be ready for the horses tomorrow. This run through horses with coming in through the buyout is going to be a little bit, it'll be functional, but it's not how it's supposed to be because we still have another load of equipment up in Kentucky to get. But the horses will be brought through this opening. We'll take all the scary plastic down for them because obviously they wouldn't like that. And then there'll be like 2 holding pens and then the sweep system, which will churn and bring them up here to the chute. And then we also have to build a paneled exit pen. They'll take them out to that pasture. So there's a lot we got to do today, and I'm also supposed to be fundraising and all kinds of stuff. But this is important because if we don't get this set up, it's going to be very challenging.
Yeah, so they'll have the scale right here. They can weigh them as they're on their way to the squeeze chute over here. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave them to it and come back after a while and see where they're at, but they've got the scale in, and like she said, they've still got a lot more materials to get, but we'll come back later and see where they're at. Hi, Blackjack. We've got Star over here, Blackjack right here, and then Shikana. Ooh, I tripped on the rock. Hi, Shikana.
Rabies goes on the right hind leg.
Katie is done with her spay. She's doing good. Keith is restocking the hay in several of the pastures. So he's gonna put in another bale in with the reservation horses over here, and then the other one in their hay feeder over there. We gotta get another hay feeder for them, but there's a lot of horses in here, so we need more than one hay bale. Okay, he's got the other hay bale, and he's going to be putting it in there. I like this horse. They're very cute. So they are cleaning out the stall over here, and then they're going to do Boomer's castration in here. So they're getting it all cleaned out. They're going to rescue it, sanitize, and do his castration. This is Boomer. He is the one that's going to be castrated. And there he goes. And then there's Bob. He is good to go. Hi, buddy. Are you ready for your surgery? He has no idea. Hi, buddy. Cute little whiskers. Such a handsome boy. Yeah.
Cutie pie.
Okay, Haley is leading him to the shavings over here.
Okay, Haley.
There we go.
Dr. Lydia, do you have the chlorhexidine scrub?
Last
Yes. Okay.
buddy.
Sure. Yeah, he's not down yet. And you can go ahead and move the surgery tools a little closer. Where did Dr. Gina go? Oh, she's running. How's our puppy bro?
Good.
Great. First incision.
11:24.
Thank you.
Or technically 11:25.
Nope, you're fine. Not to nut.
11:26. Some pale gums.
That little hook is there at 5 and 7. I'm gonna call him 7.
About one more minute.
So I made sure.
You should do the hook.
In the middle of Boomer's castration, we have, I think, a mule surrender, maybe? Maybe it's a horse surrender, but I think it's a mule surrender. Okay, his castration is done. Everything went well, and now they're going to take radiographs.
Yeah. Watch out though, he's reactive. I don't think we can do foot rads. I think he's waking up. Do you guys want to go grab the little garbage can so we don't have to hand carry all of that stuff? Everything went great. Boomer's going to get some radiographs of his front feet. He's got some growth on his front feet that looks suspicious for founder rings. Hopefully it's not serious, but since he's already asleep on the ground, he's waking up pretty quickly, so we're going to try to safely take foot radiographs, and if we can't accomplish that, the whole point of anesthesia was to castrate him, but he did great. He's very chunky, so he had a lot of fat around his testicles that we had to kind of debride away, but he did very well. Look how cute his little nose is. Okay, well, we got... All right, so let's do this one first. I'm going to shoot straight down here.
Come on, turn on. Come on.
So the radiograph equipment is not wanting to work right now. It just needs to be charged a little more, I think. But it can be finicky sometimes, so we're just gonna go and look at the new owner surrender, the Mule. So let's go see. This is the surrender we just got in. Dr. Gina is pulling blood.
She's our other veterinarian. Oh, I think I've seen pictures of her too. Yeah. So I follow y'all. Oh, I just couldn't.
He's doing really well.
Oh gosh. And she's like, oh wait, we'll get you some treats. What's super nice?
Yeah, his name is Leroy. Haley already likes him.
We sure do. We have a volunteer day.
He's so sweet.
I think it's the first Wednesday of every month.
Okay, Leroy is going in a stall for now until they can fully evaluate him. But he's a very, very good boy.
I'm Kendra, and I'm here at Horse Plus because I brought my mule here. I rescued him about 2 years ago. He had horrible feet. The neighbors had not taken care of him very well, and it took us almost a year to transform his feet back to normal. He spent his first 30 days in my backyard because he couldn't walk. He actually was gnawing a sore on his leg because his feet hurt so bad. Between my veterinarian and my farrier, Yvonne Lucas, they helped me so much to get him back in health, and we spent a lot of sweat and tears, and poor Leroy, he took it in stride, and he actually got his first hoof trim laying on the ground because he couldn't stand to have it done. He was not sedated. We walked him about 100 feet from the neighbor's pasture to our house, and it took us about an hour to get him there. He had a brick stuck in the back foot, so we got that taken care of. And by the time that we got him there, we weren't sure he was going to make it. It was June. He was not able to get up to eat, drink. He had laid down for so long. He had ulcers in his eyes. So we love him so much. But unfortunately, you can't keep all of what you save. We don't have enough pasture to keep him, and we love him so much. He's in great body condition. He actually will ride, and he's trained to pull. We have not done that with him, but my friend has actually rode him. She kept him for about a year also after we got his feet well, and she has ridden him, and there are videos of him on trail rides and pictures of her in saddle on him. But he's amazing. He's a sweet guy, gentle Eeyore. He's good with dogs. He's good with goats, horses. I have mini pigs. He's good with them. So there's really nothing that he hurts. He'd be fine with cattle. I would not worry about that at all. But he won't protect himself from anything. He's going to run. If something's after him, he's going to run. So he'll need to be fed alone. So I would love it for somebody to give him an amazing home. We love you, Leroy.
All right, so I've met up with Haley. She's trying to hide. And the lady walking away, she just surrendered a mule, and it's going to be a really amazing story. Hopefully it's in today's episode. I don't know. She's going to send some pictures and videos and stuff, but definitely watch for that. But I've got the cookies, so watch the main episode for me passing them out, because I'm not going to pass out cookies and film at the same time when Haley's totally capable of filming. And so, yeah, watch the main episode.
Oh, wow.
Hey, everyone, I've got cookies. Oh. Lynn's excited. All right.
What do we have? What do we have?
All kinds of cookies.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you even have a brownie. I'm going to take the brownie.
All right.
Do we know who sent these?
We don't know who sent them, but they are amazing looking.
Yes.
Anyone would like a cookie?
Oh my gosh.
So, real hit at lunchtime to pass out cookies. So, they say Cheryl's cookies, and the lady who cleans on weekends, her name's Cheryl, and I guess she found them, and she's like, my name's on them. So, I think we're going to send one for Cheryl back, so she can have a Cheryl cookie. Angela's going to see her later. Would you like a cookie? There's lots of options.
I'll get a snickerdoodle and then buttercream frost snowman.
That sounds really good. Is that actually like on him? No, that's just the...
Oh, just the paper?
That's so clever. I was like, You open it up and it's not a snowman. All right, so let's head over to the vet barn.
Okay. Okay, heading over to the vet barn.
Sure.
Getting cookies for the vet team.
It's so hard to pick though. I'm gonna have to go with chocolate chip. Just the classic. Thank you.
So the rest of your team's not here because it's lunch break. So I'm gonna let you pick cookies.
So
for
I get
them.
all the cookies?
You get
So
all
you're
the
saying
cookies.
I get all the cookies?
If they don't watch the episode, they'll never know that you ate all the cookies. But if
How
they
about I
watch,
just, okay, so
if
we
they
have
watch the episode, they're gonna be like,
Haley, Emily, Tucker, Gina.
All right.
and-
So we have some left over. So I'm gonna make Haley choose one right now.
right now.
I'm gonna take the camera.
Okay, here. Switch.
Whee! There we go.
Let's see, chocolate chip, buttercream.
Now,
Ooh, I'm gonna try the buttercream frosted gingerbread cookie.
all right.
This looks really good.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, we'll switch back.
Here we go.
Oh.
Oh. All right, so whoever sent the cookies, thank you so much. They were a big hit. Our staff always really appreciates knickknacks. What does it kind of do for you, Dr. Lydia, when somebody sends snacks for us humans?
I feel like I'm at an age where like stuff doesn't do anything for me, but delicious foods is just like I already ate my lunch but I didn't have anything sweet, so it's just extra delicious. Thank you.
We really appreciate it. So whoever sent the shell cookies, thank you so much.
Amber is working with Zora here.
All right, so we just got done with Boomer's castration and looking at Bob a little bit, and we wanted to run blood work on him because clinically he looks like he might have PPID or equine Cushing's with all of his fatty deposits and where they're located. So we pulled some blood on him and ran it on our new Cushing's machine, the Truforma, and his blood levels of what we measure for Cushing's is ACTH is 419.2. And if you look at this chart, for December through June, normal is 15 through 40, and greater than 40 is PPID likely. So with a level of 419, we can confidently say has equine Cushing's or PPID. So with that diagnostic tool and diagnosis, he would have to be on medications for the rest of his life and really intensely managed as far as what he eats, where he goes, wearing a grazing muzzle, things like that. So he would be a really intense case for an adopter to take on. So we really need to discuss with the team whether or not we think he's really adoptable and if somebody out there would be the appropriate home to manage him and have him on meds daily and that kind of a thing. So what we were expecting to see on our blood work is what we got. But that does kind of complicate things as far as what we're going to do with him. So we need to talk about it and then make a decision.
I came to check on Boomer. He's doing well. He's gotten up, still very much sedated, but he's standing up now, still a little wobbly. Poor Bubba's. He's like, what is happening? Or what happened, actually. He'll be okay here in a couple hours. He'll be able to stand normally and eat and drink as usual. So I'm in the vet barn right now. Dr. Gina and Dr. Lydia are about to bring in Leroy. The recent owner surrendered today, and they're going to do a dental float on him.
Dr. Gina, I found the tour.
Wow. He is so beautiful.
You are very brave. Oh, hi.
Mr. Leroy. I like that, Leroy.
Yeah, bad Leroy Brown. Cool.
And you're a little sedated, so you may not respond. Very well. We do it equal. You big guy. You got some big bird rock. Ooh, it popped.
This is Leroy. He is potentially a 20-something-year-old mule that was an owner surrender today. So we were just going to start doing his intake, just kind of checking him out like we do with every animal, looking at his teeth to appropriately age him, doing a quick physical, listening to his heart, lungs, his GI. He has a little bit of diarrhea, and assessing whether or not he's comfortable and what he might need medically or not need, and that kind of stuff. So right now I'm just doing a general physical exam. We already pulled blood for Coggins and to check his CBC Chem to evaluate what his internal organs are looking like. We may or may not ultrasound him also to see what those look like on ultrasound. And we'll probably shoot some radiographs of his feet, his knees, his hocks, his back, kind of stuff to see what kind of stage of arthritis he might be in. Your groove is almost completely worn gone on that side. And your teeth are smooth, smooth, smooth. See this side, sir. Got a little bit more tooth on that side. It's almost to the bottom. Oh, you're missing a bottom incisor and you got fractures. You're fine. This surface is very smooth and very...
Look at your doop-doop. So
Yeah.
I would call him like 23, 24 altogether, but yeah. You had a rough life, sir. Let's wait. Let's wait until we see your butter juice. Oh, Leroy. Piggy. Beautiful. It shows up right away.
Something sounds angry somewhere. Oh, it's the golf cart.
Oh, we got the TMJ. Oh, you got teeth. Okay, let's go a little bit further distal. Your hands are not in the beam, so everybody's good. Leroy, you're such a good boy. We should always be taking incisor radiographs, which I learned at CE.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
he's got pretty decent teeth, so let's go all the way down here. So same thing, Elena, you're good, yep. Tucker, Gino, will you drop your hand down a little bit because your fingers are, yep. Yeah, what a good boy, those are your tubes. DP stands for dorsopulmar. Ew, look at this little.
Yeah, he's missing a tooth on the bottom.
That's
And another
real.
one's fractured.
Ready? You have a little bit of wither arthritis, but definitely not the worst I've seen. It's got a little bit of arthritis lower down. I'm going to take a DP of the carpus.
Yeah.
Can you hold the plate right here? Or BD? Can you slide it up in front? Boy, Leroy.
Not fully bearing weight in a normal way.
Oh, yeah. I think we should retake that. Look how bad this is. Hello?
Just me. His hock is pretty bulbous, it looks like.
All right, well, I don't think he needs to be ridden. We do DPs?
Sure. So this is Leroy's right front radiograph, and if you look at his fetlock joint, he has a free-floating bone chip that came off of some pretty severe arthritis. He also has some arthritis down here between P1, P2, P2, P3. And he also has a little bone chip in his right carpus and possibly a teeny tiny fracture in one of his carpal bones, and also lots of arthritis.
Where's the bone chip?
Right here. I don't know if it'll let me. Right there. And then there's that little choop. Yeah. And he's got quite a bit of arthritis in that left hind hock. This is the medial side, and if you look at how much soft tissue swelling he has, but also all this that's around the bone, and there's a lot of changes. If it'll let me, right in here. There's some on the lateral aspect too, but not as bad.
So basically for him, it's not something like to be incredibly concerned with. It's just more if he can't be ridden.
That'll depend on him. If he acts super, super painful and we give him what are most common drugs that we give to help with that, to provide comfort, if he's refractory to that and he would need more severe drugs, then I don't know if a doctor would want that. But if he's able to be comfortable in the pasture on the medications that we normally prescribe, then I think he has a pretty good chance of being a really happy pasture pet.
Don't look at his teeth, Dr. Tina. He's got great looking teeth. Yeah? I know, buddy. I don't even really think anything needs to happen.
I think he's got some ventricular regurg.
You want to come over here? Dr. Tina is a boss with the ultrasound.
Right in
So
here.
she's looking at the heart. Venous and arterial mixing is designated by red and blue. And a little teeny tiny bit of blood mixing right at the valve is pretty normal.
It's like,
You see that little area of greeny yellow right in the middle? So that's the, are you over
kind of.
pulmonic? Which valve is that?
That, what I was looking at was down here. This is up higher.
Okay, so that was pulmonic, this is aortic. I see a little bit more in aortic.
Yeah.
But in an equid that's in their mid-20s, a little bit of that valve weakening can be normal.
Now you can hear the murmur. I couldn't hear that well with my stethoscope. Look.
Is that the Doppler function? Why haven't we used this before?
You can hear the murmur now. It's not there all the time.
You guys, this ultrasound, I'm so obsessed with it.
We just got done looking at Leroy. Based on his teeth, he's about 23, 24 years old. He still has some pretty good looking teeth based on radiographs. He's missing one of his incisors and one of the other ones fractured, but other than that, his teeth look pretty good. Dr. Lydia checked out to see if he had a bean, because sometimes that can cause the swelling in his sheath that we were seeing, or swelling in his lower half of his penis, and there was nothing in there besides basic shmoo. Listening to him, he'll have one or two normal beats, and then he'll drop a beat. So we did a cardiac ultrasound, and on the ultrasound we saw quite a bit of regurg inside his left ventricle, between, I think it's his mitral valve is what we were really seeing. And we could also pick up a slight murmur with the ultrasound, and the ventricle muscle of his left ventricle looked a little enlarged, but again, I'm not a cardiologist, so I don't see hearts every day, all day, looking at them. So what looks slightly enlarged to me might be normal. Since I'm not a boarded cardiologist, I can't say that for sure. He does have cataracts in both of his eyes. He had a little bit of diarrhea when he was in here, and we did a fecal float, and Dr. Lee looked at it, and he, for low power field, had 10 strong gel type eggs, so he's a high shedder. So we dewormed him for that, so he's definitely gonna need to be by himself, and we'll have to recheck it to make sure our deworming protocol is working, because some horses have resistance, the parasites have resistance. That's a big thing in the equine world right now, so we need to make sure when we treat him that it actually works, because if he's a high shedder, then he'll infect other horses. Other than that, when we looked at his radiographs, he has some mild OA changes along his back, but the real changes are in his lower joints, like his carpi. He actually has a bone chip in his right carpus, and maybe a partial fracture. We'd need to get a different view, like skyline view, to see, because we did just the head on and the lateral view. And then in his fetlock, he also has a floating bone chip in his right front fetlock. On his left side, his left carpus and his left fetlock just have some pretty mild to moderate arthritic changes, and his left hock had some mild to moderate arthritic changes. His right hock didn't look as bad as his left hock. We didn't get his full view of his feet today, so we'll have to redo that. But other than that, those are the major things that we found on his physical. And then we ran some blood work when we pulled his Coggins, and he has a normocytic hypochromic anemia. So when we categorize anemias, usually normocytic anemias or chronic inflammation, or they could sign that there's something with liver or kidney. But if he was slightly dehydrated, or if he had any kind of drugs in his system, we pulled these before we gave him drugs, but if there's anything from the farm or anything like that, that could affect it. So we'll probably want to recheck it. On his chemistry, his BUN, which is a marker that we use for kidneys, is low. It's 7, and our range is 7 to 25, so that's definitely something to keep our eyes on, because that would definitely signal kidney. But so far, it looks like he might be really happy as a pasture pet. We just have to evaluate how comfortable he stays.
Okay, so I'm headed up to quarantine. I think Tawnee and Jason are wanting to show the vet team everything that's up in the new climate controlled intake barn. And I believe we're gonna be using it for the first time tomorrow. I think that's what the plan is. So let's go up there and see what everybody's doing. Okay, I just got up here. I think the vets are about to drive up on the side-by-side, so they're gonna get ready to show them everything that they've done so far here in the intake barn. I think Haley filmed this for you guys earlier, but this is the main system right now. The horses will come in through that door and then go through these gates into the chute.
So, okay, well, walk us through the...
So it's the first time Dr. Gina and Dr. Lydia get to see all our hard work up here. So horses are going to be unloaded here.
Okay.
So now when trailers pull in, they're going to pull straight up around, and they'll back up here. So we'll put these gates out to the trailer, and then the horses can come in here. Everything is gates through here, and they can all be turned into pens.
That is awesome.
And for cleaning, we can open it up and clean it.
Scoop a tractor through here. Fantastic. The gates are all hanging normally. You can open and close them.
For now.
It's like actual Christmas, you guys. Yeah, we'll try not to break anything today or tomorrow. Well, look at that really long one. Did you guys have to special order those?
We went up to Kentucky to get them.
Whoa.
So we went, when did we do that? Monday? Thursday, Wednesday, last week. Last week we went and got most of the stuff. We have a sheeted chute system that's going to be coming. And so that will go in over there, and it will be different, and then it'll connect over to these ones.
Looks awesome.
There'll be more sliding gates.
Is this multi-directional? Does it matter?
It's not currently, but if it was a tamed horse, we could put them in here.
Okay. Dr. Gina and I are just, normally we would run them through this way. So we're used to accessing the left side.
Yeah.
And we can get used to accessing the right side.
We will put a stalk over there like you have in the treatment room.
Nice.
Over there. So if you're wanting to do dentals or something.
Right checks.
If you have a horse that you've sedated and you're wanting to just leave it somewhere and keep an eye on it, that will be no food in there. We can put a little bit of shavings, but we don't want to make it super hard to clean.
Not long-term holding.
More just like it's sedated.
But those
let's
are
keep an
stalls
eye
out
on
there if we need to keep things in stalls.
Yes.
That is
the stalls.
It looks great, guys.
We will be building off of this post over to that opening. That will be the surgery room up here.
Awesome.
But that's not done yet. But in time. So
it's like very echoey. Like
I know. But just think, we're doing a lameness on a horse. We can walk it from there to there with no rocks, no nothing.
Yep. There's an actual bathroom. The 3 heart valves on the left have to be a priority, and drawing blood on the left is safest. And so I can work on both sides, but my fastest exam is from the left. So probably one of us is going to end up being over here, honestly, and the lighting is great on this side. I love pictures you run a horse in. Probably most horses we can pull blood
if
in
we
here.
can handle them.
If they're not terrible, right? And so.
And we can access with the window back here.
Yeah, the right side is totally fine. I'm just trying to think about like peak efficiency. I don't know how much it would mess us up to have a table on both sides.
We can totally do that. That's why we wanted to bring you up here, is like, how do we want to set this system up?
What usually happens is you have the old sweet horses, right? And I can see like they come in and we do some stuff and we're like, okay, I can pull this horse out. We'll probably want to pull them out that direction. And then the crazies we run through.
We send them through.
One of us probably will end up on this side on a somewhat regular basis. I love this, you guys.
I mean,
really exciting. And it's not freezing
long
cold.
term, potentially, we could switch it all.
No, I think it's fine. I'm just a verbal processor, and
I mean, no, you're 100% right. Blood draws and stuff are usually great the other way.
I mean,
we wouldn't do it this time.
It's a very slight difference, but the artery is closer to the surface on the left side of the neck compared to the right side of the neck. So if you're administering things, the safest choice and usually the fastest blood draw is on the right side of the neck. But we got this. We'll make either side work. So I would say a small table. We even have that little card table.
We've got 2 tables over here, 3 tables.
I would try a small table over here, and I would do most of our regular setup over there.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Vet team has that little folding card table that we could pull up too. Like if it's just like, I need somewhere to set my stethoscope down.
Well, it will be interesting to see how it
exciting.
goes.
What are the acoustics like in here for you, Macy?
Well, if we wear mics, it's basically fine.
I feel like I sound loud.
But if we're just talking without the mics,
then
it would be really hard for people to hear us.
Oh, gotcha.
That's why we have to wear the mics.
Okay.
Even though people can hear us, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
All right, so we are up here. We just had a tour from Tawnee and Jason on the new intake barn, what they've gotten done so far, and it's very amazing. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I think it's going to help a lot and reduce a lot of the squeeze points that we had. So it's really exciting. I like to see it all work.
I came back to general population. I just wanted to say a quick hello to Leroy one more time. He's so cute. A very handsome boy. He's so cute. Hey, buddy. I also came back over here to see Boomer, see how he's doing. He is doing much better than earlier. He's up and eating, not all wobbly, no longer all sleepy. Hey, buddy. I'm going to end the vlog here today, guys. Remember, tomorrow is buyout, so Jason will have his almost live intake video. So be sure to watch and look out for that. And again, Boomer's doing much better than earlier. He's up and walking, and we're thankful that he's feeling a lot better. And we just really appreciate you guys watching these vlogs, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.